So this Bridging the Gap video, I'm going to touch on a topic that I posted on Facebook, talking about the fact that a ripple of curiosity at the battalion level can cause a tsunami at the platoon level. I'm here at the pre-command course in Fort Leavenworth, and surrounded by a bunch of current and future battalion commanders and command sergeants majors, active duty, reserve, National Guard at every compo. And so we're learning a lot from each other. And one of my peers had that comment. We were talking about our command climate and us as commanders, our command identity, commander identity as well as command identity. And one of the things he said was, oftentimes a ripple of curiosity at the battalion level can cause a tsunami at the platoon level. And it really made me look internal and think, like, man, how many times did maybe I either make a comment or establish a suspense or ask for information that, for me, I'm making a comment because I'd like to know this information, or I think it's good information that I'm going to need to know, and maybe it caused a tsunami down to the platoon level, where now, because then Major Brown, or let's say now Lieutenant Colonel Brown, says, hey, I'd love to know, how many folks are a size large pro mask. And by me making that comment, all of a sudden that's taken, that's run with, and folks are now creating reports and creating suspenses and trying to gather that information. And it boiled down to, if the information, if I'm not needing to actually make a decision, if this isn't decision based, I don't need to know the information to the point where it causes that tsunami down to the platoon level. If I'm not actually making a decision off of this information, then why am I causing that headache down to that level? So it's something that I look forward to hoping to instill and pass on all this good information that I'm trying to get from these courses, these next couple of pre-command courses that I'm going to be taking. I want to make sure I share that. So I've got a lot of time here at the pre-command, so hopefully there'll be more content, more information that I'm able to share with leaders, whether that be a video or just like today, just a quote or something that I think is worthy of sharing to the force, to the junior leaders of the organization. But just such a powerful quote. And it also made me think about how I conduct myself as a leader and the expectations that I set, or the unintended consequences that I set based on my actions. So case in point, Lieutenant Colonel Brown has a phone that has all of his emails on it. How many times am I grabbing that phone at 1800, 1900? Hey, Jada's gone to sleep, or I'm putting her to sleep. Let me throw up the phone. Let me check some emails. Oh, I got something from somebody. Or I'm thinking of something. Let me go ahead and text Captain Wheelock. Hey, can you shoot me this information, right? What kind of second and third order effects, maybe unintended, am I setting in that? Am I then encouraging folks to forsake family time in order to meet Colonel Brown at his level? Oh, well, Colonel Brown's emailing at 2000, so that's the expectation, right? Or Lieutenant Colonel Brown is texting me or calling me, asking for information or talking to me about work things after hours, so that's the expectation that I'm setting. Lieutenant Colonel Brown is always staying until 2000 or 1800, so that's the expectation that I'm setting. So we have to be very, very careful as leaders not to do those things unintentionally. A lot of times we have the best intentions. We're trying to get after it. We got suspenses. We can't do it all. We're trying to prioritize. We're trying to get it all done. Well, I'll do it now. I'll stay late because I don't want to take work home. Or I'll leave work early so that I can be there for my family. But I am going to take work home, and I'm going to be doing that work instead of being present, truly present. Just because you're present doesn't mean you're present, of course, but so that you're taken away from that time that you should be present with your family. So us as leaders, let's be careful about, one, the things that we say, because they carry so much weight, but also just the random suspenses and things that we could potentially be pushing down to the unit level and causing such a headache. And of course, us as leaders internally, let's be very, very careful about what we are doing and how we conduct ourselves, and be mindful of those unintended consequences. One thing I learned today, I emailed someone and and some information that I needed to know, and they came back and said, hey, sorry, I didn't get it to it today. Is it all right if I shoot it back to you on Tuesday? And me, in my mind, I'm thinking, of course, it's not priority. So maybe I need to add that TTP of, if I send something out requesting information, then I'm already letting you know whether or not it's a priority or not, letting you know if I need to make a decision, that it's an immediate thing. So that's just something that I'm going to put into the toolbox and try to utilize so that I can assist my soldiers and assist my leaders in the expectations that they may feel that I am instilling. So great information. Be careful. That ripple of curiosity down at the battalion level can really cause a tsunami at the platoon level. So hope you find this useful.